3, 2, 1. Hello everyone, I'm Christine Josty of Mail Something Pretty, and I want to show you this fun card. It's a kind of a cool layout, not hard at all, but it kind of showcases some fun paper and then this beautiful vase. So the vase is from the Everyday Details stamp set, excuse me, and these are the Everyday Detail ties. I did not use the dies for this particular card, although I could have used the circle. I used a different circle, but these two are bundled together and they're awesome. But I used this vase, so that I'm going to show you how I did it. I actually already cut out, so you can probably see up close. There's a little stitching here, so I use these stylish shaped circles to do that, but I easily could have used the circle here and it just would have had larger dots in it, so you could use it all together. All right, so let's see here. I have all my pieces here kind of already cut out and ready to go. My base is gray granite and this is basic gray. I really did play around with colors, and so I just kind of wanted the vase to shine. And so this paper, you can go either way. And so let's see here, one striped and one has the leaves. And so this is from the Zinnias paper. And I'll actually just show you. It's just gorgeous. So it's the Flowering Zinnias Paper, and it's just so bright and happy, and I just love it. And so, I mean, that's one of my favorite colors, and you get some nice backgrounds as well as the flowers, and then you get those two. And actually, there's one I missed. Here you go. This piece is kind of cool because you can just cut the paper in half and then you have like instant background. So it's just really nice. So this paper came from this pack, and actually I'll just show you right now for this month. If you buy the Zinnias paper from me, I will send you a tutorial on how to make these paper purses that I made with the paper. You can make them with any paper, but I'll send you the tutorial for free, or you can actually purchase the tutorial just on its own. So I'll put those those details in the description of this video so you have access to that as well. Okay, back to this card. So the first thing actually I'll do is stamp. So it's a large stamp, so I used my E-block, and I am using Memento Black because I'm going to color it with blends. If you were to color it with watercolor pencils, then you could use your StazOn Black. It's just such a great vase because you don't need anything else. You just need the vase. So I like to do my bases here. The vase, rather, is just with the light Pool Party. So I start on one side, kind of going, and then I actually flip my paper over, and that way I kind of get the curvature of the vase. And make sure you get a little bit inside here on the bottom. And I'm okay with leaving some of it white. Well, maybe not quite that much, because you have sunshine, you know, reflecting. But going crisscross, you actually get a little bit of dimension. It's not just a solid color. That one's a little bit more solid, but you can kind of see a little dimension in there. And that's it for the base part. And then the other colors I used, this is light flirty, nope, actually I guess it's dark flirty flamingo, light apple, granny apple green, light fresh fuchsia, and light pumpkin pie. But you can use whatever colors you want to use. And I'm just going to do my big flower here, the purple, and I do turn my paper around because then I can see where the lines are. Just find it easier, at least with that big flower. And I'm not even where you could blend and do with everything. I'm just doing everything kind of flat. And then I'm going to use these little really know what flowers each of these are. They're kind of universal in shape, so you could kind of make them into different types of flowers. Generally, I like to use the brush tip, but some of my markers are getting a little dull, so I'm using the fine point tip on these smaller pieces. Okay, no fancy coloring here, it's easy. And then, oh yeah, look at that tip, that's awful. But this tip still works. It's still ink in my marker, so I'm going to use it till it's dry. I'm going to have to cough, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know where the mute button is. Oh, sorry about that. All right, and then just, again, sometimes when I color, I'll use the dark and the light of each color to blend, but this is just kind of, like I said, flat coloring. And you have these little white lines down there, so I just put those green. Easy. And I already showed you the dies to this set, and none of them are outlines to those 3 pictures, so you have to cut them out with scissors. But it's not that bad. So I like to leave a white space between the line and where I'm cutting. And I also keep my scissors. If you'll notice, my scissors really kind of stay in the same spot, and I'm turning my paper. I find I do a better cut that way. I also like to keep the paper kind of deep in the scissors. And you can, I'm just making my own lines around those black leaves. And you can go as deep or shallow as you like in between the 2 things. Cut that off because that was getting in the way. I think you're either in the camp of you really like to cut or you don't. I don't really think there's any in between. I like to cut. All right, I'm almost there. But you see how I'm just turning that paper. I think it's much easier. All right, and then I'll make sure I do a good job around the base. All right, so there you go. So there is my cut image. But I think it's nice to have that white around. I also think you get a better cut that way versus if you go on the line and then if you miss the line and then you can really see it. Okay, so like I said, this is gray granite and it's just a standard card base. Fold that in half. And then I can either go this way, like that, or I can go the stripes. Since I have 2 stripes in one flower, I will go that way. So I'll have 2 each. And just add some glue, and I will tell you in a second what size this is. And I'm just going to do my best to eyeball and center it. All right, let's see. It is 2 3/4 by 5. That's my size. And then my gray piece, I'll tell you, that is 3.5 by 4.5. And so that's just going to go right on top. Center that on top. You could use dimensionals if you wanted, but I'm going to pop up my the flowers there. And then for this is just actually an old. I had a whole bunch of these pre-cut, so that's what I'm using. I'm just going to use a thank you. That's from a different set. I don't know where it's from. So I'm actually going to stamp it kind of on what they call right justified. I just have to close it to my face, and I'm going to hide that under the vase. So I use pumpkin pie here to match the pumpkin pie in the card, but some of them I did purple, freesia, and some I did pumpkin pie. So you can, whatever color you want to stamp them. And I'm going to just glue that flat as well. Let's make sure where I'm going to put it. Like that. And now I will pop up my flowers, because that's my focal point. I have mini ones here because I run out of my bigger dimensionals, but mini ones work. You just have to peel off more backing. So you could use this kind of design, this template, for tons of things. It doesn't have to be this vase, but if you had something else you wanted to pop up, it's a great design to showcase some paper. All right, so I'm going to do the inside, and then I'm going to add some jewels. So rather than just plain piece of white paper, I have a little strip of my green. Oops. And sometimes I put it straight to the edge, but for this card, I actually put it over a little bit, just for a little interest. And then that gets put inside. I think it kind of mimics the linear, the front there. Oops. Okay. Oop, I keep sliding it. All right, so there we go. And so the last thing is we just need, I put some jewels. I put 2 over here and 1 in the flower. And these ones I used from the ink colors that we introduced this year, which I didn't even use to color, but they kind of complement. And these ones I think match almost everything, so I'll just use these ones. These are the iridescent, what are they called? Iridescent something or other, jewels. So I'll do a big one, a little one, and a medium inside the flower. And these are nice because it just picks up any color that's around. All right, so here are, so these are the 2 orange words. And then these are the 2 freesia. And this one I colored different. So it doesn't matter what you color. So I hope you like them. I hope you can see how you can use this template for lots of different patterns of paper, and whether the vase or some other focal point, it's just a fun template to use, and hopefully it's helpful to you. If make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel so you are notified whenever I upload videos, and I do go live every week, so that you'll be notified about those. And hop on over to my website, mailsomethingpretty.com, to sign up for my mailing list if you are not already receiving my Tuesday emails. Have a wonderful day, and thanks for watching. I'm Christine Josty of Mail Something Pretty. Bye-bye.